Hello everyone and welcome to my Seas of You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bravo star sent Todd Chrisley letter of support to judge. The Chrisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie Chrisley were indicted in 2019 on charges of tax evasion, bank and wire fraud, and conspiracy. Todd and his wife reported to prison to begin a combined 19-year sentence in January 2023. The couple has maintained their innocence, and earlier this year, they received a presidential pardon. Todd has been working on reconnecting with family and friends since his return. One of his famous friends recently shared that they sent a letter of support on his behalf to the judge. Keep reading to find out more. Todd Chrisley shares his friendship with Bravo star. Todd Chrisley has been readjusting to life outside of prison since his release earlier this year. The Chrisley Knows Best star has slowly been returning to the spotlight following his ordeal. During a recent episode of Chrisley Confessions, Todd Chrisley sat down with his longtime friend Kandi Burruss. Todd and the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum shared details of their friendship. Kandi said, Todd Chrisley shared that he and Kandi Burruss had been friends since they met at a work event in 2014. Chrisley revealed he and Burruss remained in touch during his legal battle and were constantly communicating. The Chrisley Knows Best star said that Kandi even wrote a letter to the judge on his behalf. Kandi Burruss petitioned judge on Todd Chrisley's behalf. Todd Chrisley sat down with Kandi Burruss on Chrisley Confessions to catch up and discuss their friendship. The pair detailed what their relationship has been like since they met in 2014. The reality star acknowledged that his Real Housewives of Atlanta friend even stuck up for him against the legal system. It was revealed that Kandi petitioned the judge on Chrisley's behalf. Burruss said, Todd responded, to the judge, that's right. During the episode of Chrisley Confessions, Kandi Burruss acknowledged she wasn't aware of all of the details about her friend Todd Chrisley's case. Instead, she said she just wanted to be a supportive friend. Kandi explained. Todd Chrisley was appreciative of his friend's support. He told Kandi Burruss, I never want my friends to be in a position to defend me. I don't want to bring that burden into the friendship. I want to bring joy into your life. Todd and Kandi have reconnected and are once again enjoying a friendship full of joy. When Todd Chrisley walked into the Georgia federal courthouse for sentencing back in 2022, the reality TV world braced for the verdict that would shake Chrisley Knows Best to its core. The patriarch, famous for his sharp tongue, lavish lifestyle, and unapologetic self-confidence, was facing years in prison after being convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion. While prosecutors painted him as a master manipulator who built a life on lies, Todd's defense team worked feverishly to present another side of him, the side his family, friends, and some unlikely allies insisted was the real Todd. Among those allies, sources reveal, was a well-known Bravo reality star who quietly stepped forward to pen a heartfelt letter of support to the judge before sentencing. A move that stunned even Todd's closest confidants. A friendship hidden in plain sight. Todd Chrisley's charm and influence have always reached far beyond the walls of his Nashville mansion. Over the years, he's mingled with countless television personalities, attended high-profile events, and even crossed network lines despite his USA Network home base. One such connection reportedly blossomed into a friendship strong enough that when Todd's legal troubles reached their boiling point, this Bravo star felt compelled to act. The two met years earlier at a charity gala in Atlanta, the type of event where celebrities orbit one another like stars in a constellation, drawn together by shared fame and Southern roots. Todd's wit had the Bravo figure in stitches within minutes, and they stayed loosely in touch over the years through social media banter, holiday greetings, and occasional meetups. What many didn't realize is that during the darker days leading up to Todd's trial, The Bravo personality allegedly became a sounding board, someone Todd could vent to without fear of public betrayal. The letter that crossed networks. Court insiders say the letter, written on elegant cream stationery with a simple black header, was several pages long and painted a radically different portrait of Todd Chrisley than the prosecution described Todd as deeply loyal, incredibly generous, and capable of moments of vulnerability most will never see. They recounted private instances where Todd quietly donated to struggling families, paid for medical treatments in secret, and showed up to comfort grieving friends when the cameras were nowhere in sight. The letter wasn't a denial of the charges. It didn't attempt to rewrite history or dismiss the jury's verdict. Instead, it was a plea for mercy, highlighting Todd's role as a father, husband, and friend who had made mistakes, but still possessed redeemable qualities. I have watched Todd Chrisley be a light in the lives of people who had nothing left. One excerpt reportedly read, "He is not perfect, none of us are, but he is not the cold, calculating figure he has been made out to be in headlines. I urge you to see the man I have seen." A judge's dilemma. In federal court, letters of support aren't unusual. Judges often receive them from friends, colleagues, and family members of defendants, hoping to influence sentencing. But a submission from a high-profile Bravo personality carried a unique weight, and also risk. Would the judge see this as a genuine expression of character witness testimony, or as a celebrity attempting to sway justice with star power? Legal analysts say that while such letters can humanize a defendant, they rarely alter sentencing outcomes dramatically. However, they can impact how a judge frames their remarks during sentencing, which in Todd's case were a mix of stern criticism and acknowledgement of his strong family ties. Why risk public backlash? In today's climate, celebrity endorsements in criminal cases can backfire spectacularly. Just one wrong tweet or leaked letter can set off a social media firestorm, fans accusing the supporter of excusing bad behavior or ignoring victims. For the Bravo star, the decision to write the letter was reportedly not made lightly. Friends claim they weighed the potential PR fallout against their personal sense of loyalty. They knew people would talk, one insider said. But in their mind, friendship means showing up, even when the world tells you not to. They weren't defending what Todd was convicted of, they were defending who he is to them. And talk, people did. Although the identity of the letter writer remains unconfirmed to the public, speculation has run rampant in Bravo fan circles. Was it a Real Housewives cast member Todd had once been photographed with? A below-deck alum he praised on Instagram? A Southern charm socialite who shared his knack for biting one-liners? Todd's reaction. Todd reportedly learned about the letter before sentencing, and those close to him say he was deeply moved. Behind his trademark sarcasm, Todd has always been a man who values loyalty, and in his darkest hour, knowing that someone from outside his immediate circle took the time to vouch for him reportedly brought him to tears. "He doesn't cry often," said one family friend. But he did when he read that letter. It reminded him that not everyone had turned their back on him. From prison, Todd has allegedly mentioned this Bravo star in conversations with his family, expressing gratitude and making it clear that if he ever has the chance to return the favor, he will. Impact on sentencing. Ultimately, Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, later reduced by more than a year due to good behavior credits and adjustments. While the Bravo star's letter may not have changed the official sentence length, legal experts say it may have contributed to the court's acknowledgement of Todd's role as a father and mentor, elements that factored into recommendations for his eventual rehabilitation programs. Letters like these don't erase the crime, but they can serve as a subtle reminder to the court that a person is more than the sum of their worst mistakes. Public mystery and ongoing speculation. The biggest question lingering among fans is simple: who wrote it? Bravo watchers have dissected every clue, combing through old interviews, podcast appearances, and Instagram likes. Some have even suggested the writer might come forward once Todd's legal battles are fully behind him, framing it as a public declaration of friendship against all odds.